university education, Sabra Desai made it her personal mission to ensure that women have access to a higher education. From the integral role that she played with colleagues to help establish the Humber College Human Rights, Equity, and Diversity Center, to the co-development of Ryerson University's groundbreaking framework for social work education, Sabra's commitment to transformative and inclusive education is unwavering. Please allow me to introduce you to Sabra Desai, 2015 YWCA Toronto Women of Distinction for Education.
An educator, innovator, and inexhaustible mentor, Sabra Desai is driven by her conviction that education should be accessible to all. She's built inclusive educational systems and inspired countless women with her social justice approach to women's education. Born in apartheid South Africa, she came to Canada at 19. After a guidance counselor advised that a university education was not realistic for her, she completed, with distinction, a bachelor's, then a master's degree, and resolved to embolden as many young women as she could to fulfill their own ambitions. Determined to create a more inclusive space for young First Nation students, Sabra and Elder Shelley Charles obtained an Ontario government grant to start the Humber College Aboriginal Resource Centre, which is now well established. Sabra is a founding member of the South Asian Women's Centre and a past vice chair of Women in Transition. With the group South African Women for Women, Sabra co-created the Teacher Mentoring Project, an exchange program between Canadian and South African teachers with an international network of peer support and the implementation of a new curriculum. A passionate teacher and advocate, Sabra works in Canada and abroad, training, consulting, and teaching on issues of equity, anti-racism, and human rights. Through her commitment to equity in education and her passionate mentorship for young women, Sabra opens doors and mobilizes everyone she encounters to develop the skills and confidence they need to fulfill their dreams.
It is my honor to present the 2015 Women of Distinction Award to Sabra Desai.
Let me try my best. This is really for the YWCA. Good evening, YWCA Board of Directors, Executive Director Heather McGregor, staff and friends of the YWCA, and the incredible Women of Distinction recipients past and present. What an honor to be in your company. As a naturalized Canadian, I want to acknowledge and express my gratitude to the Anishinaabe Ojibwe peoples for the privilege of working and living on Turtle Island. I accept this prestigious Women of Distinction Award with humility and embrace it with honor on behalf of all the unsung women and girl heroes who taught me about the importance of creativity, resilience, and tenacity when faced with individual and systemic barriers. Through their everyday lived experiences and my own, I learned about the connection between the denial of education, human rights, and the destruction of human aspiration, potential, dignity, and spirit. This award is indeed an inspiration to make access to and success in education to the vulnerable and marginalized an ongoing reality. I know from from personal experience that education is one thing that can make it possible for a person to enter the race as long as the structures are in place to create a fair and even playing field. It would not be possible to stand here before you tonight with this award in my hand, almost in my hand, if it were not for women and men who believed in lifting as they climbed, raising the ground, erecting a ladder, and shattering that glass ceiling. As I stand, yes. As I stand on their shoulders with strength and renewed determination to continue the struggle, I am mindful of and recognize my reciprocity and responsibility to live my life so that others may stand on my shoulders. To my Canadian family, friends and colleagues, I want to say your unconditional caring, support and encouragement means a lot to me. In closing, I want to thank two very special people by name. Ms. Carol Adrians, President of South African Women for Women, and Mr. Charles Coffey, formerly of RBC, for nominating me. I am incredibly grateful to you for your continued confidence in me. Thank you, Ms. Adrians, Mr. Kofi, and the YWCA Toronto. Thank you.